Alright. Okay, I will... While I do my normal thing here, guys, I will be... I'll be telling you all my layout and how my layout has changed and how how this stream will be somewhat of a test in some cases to some things. Here is what I'll be doing. First off, as you can see, the display thing has been re-put there. I'm back to the display. So that is something. But that is to display the message at the bottom that I just learned I can do. So we'll see if this will continue in any way. I am also right now testing out. I'm also right now testing out the all audio setting on my microphone to see if this actually is going to be something that I will continue to do in the future. The all audio setting. As you can hear, my voice is getting to the point of being shot. I promise I will do my best to make this entertaining, and also as I am testing this all audio setting, I hope this will help fix my voice getting louder. I hope it will fix that and make it that and allow me to not scream as much, because my issue has always been that I for me I kind of want to be the loudest thing in the room in some cases. Which is not always a good thing, but to fix that, I hope that this all audio setting will help with that, help fix that. so I'm not trying to be the loudest thing in the room. Did it post? I don't think it posted. Yeah, it posted, okay. As you can see, the display at the bottom. I definitely wanted to showcase that display at the bottom. So there we go. Now at this point I really don't need to be on my phone, but to see the chat, since I can see it on screen, but I kind of want to do it I kind of just want to do it just to make sure I can kind of control the chat if necessary. But yeah, hopefully the stream will be we'll go to full length, which is excuse me, which is until 4 o'clock, until 4 o'clock, 4:30. One thing I have not done. Hold on, let me finish this one first. There we go. That took way too long and too much effort. But anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah. This stream will be going for its full length, which is until around 4 o'clock. Around 4 o'clock, 4:30.
There's a Sobek ruin not far from here. The butcher's loot could be nearby.
Yeah, sorry. Just wanted to hear it. Just wanted to see if my voice was loud or not. Just wanted to make sure. Because I can tell you this much. So far, this setting is looking good for like streaming purposes.
Should be close.
But this all audio setting is definitely not good for like chat purposes. So definitely have to switch back and forth from the chat audio to the streaming audio. No doubt about it. Yeah, no doubt about it. I have to switch from the chat audio to the all audio. Between streams and chat interaction, and streaming interaction, and from streams to just normal conversations with my friends.
A statue in the lake. That must be the bathing Sobek from the butcher's letter.
One thing I did not want to do, one thing I really did not want to do is one thing I really did not want to do is I did not want to I didn't want to put this back up the way I'm doing it. I did not want to put the display thing back up because of what happened before with the display of the comments. But for this case, in this scenario, I will do it to display the new stuff that is at my disposal now. Let's go through the service. which is the comment below, which I did not know I could do, and now that I know I can do, I want to continue doing it. I want to continue displaying stuff at the bottom. And maybe adding on to it as time goes on.
There is an engraving on the chest depicting Soknopayo. That is a village west of here. The coins are in bags normally used to store grain. This come from a storehouse.
You know. So I never really wanted to but now that we have that now that I know I can do this, which technically I should have been effing with this in the first place to see if I can do any of this cool stuff, but anybody that knows me will know that if there's one thing I don't like doing and that is changing things around. I'm a very stationary person of just sticking with just sticking with whatever the console or whatever whatever something by default gives me. I will always do that, and that's kind of who I've always been. So I never really check anything unless someone tells me. Unless someone says, "Hey, Odds, did you know you could do this?" I'd be like, "No, I did not. Thanks, man. Thanks for telling me you could do that. I didn't know." So yeah, unless someone brings it up to me, I never really pay much attention to it to see that something like that exists. And like I said, I apologize for my voice right now. It's not me fighting off a cold, it's me. My voice is shot. My voice is pretty much dying. So this may not be in the end, this may not actually be a very good test, since my voice is not at its full peak, and it's not at what it should be, but what can you do? I will say that this will not be, that I will not have all audio on when I stream tomorrow. And for those that are interested in tomorrow's stream, that stream will start at 11:30 Central Time. They'll start at 11:30 Central Time. I'll be doing my show, CPW. But not just that, but not just CPW. I'll be doing
a simple storehouse.
I'll be doing not just CPW, but I'll also be doing CPW's first CPV. I'll be doing their first CPV. Our first CPV, excuse me. Our first CPV called Nuclear Winter. I'll be doing Nuclear Winter.
I hear they took his arm at the butcher's order. I guess we are common thugs now, not soldiers. Shh! Keep your voice down. Kamoto, this is not what I joined the army for. It is what puts grain on your table. You are here now. When the butcher says jump, we jump. That is how it is. Now shut up.
I'll finish the comment in a minute.
This is where they are hiding all the grain. Taken straight from the tables of Fayum families. Damn this greedy naked yadet.
Now that they're dead.
This is where they are hiding all the grain. Taken straight from the tables of Fayum families. Damn this greedy Nekatiadet. I should look around.
Yes, Bayek, we know.
Ledger entries showing payments for grain. Huh. The butcher is not paying the farmers even enough to live. I need to find information on where he is.
But anyway,
More grain. The poor are starving while the rich fill their storehouses. This has to stop. I should keep looking around.
yeah, anyway, if you are interested in wrestling content, and you have been interested in, you know, what I've been talking about for the past couple months, you know, for the past couple weeks, you know, when I've been streaming, I've talked about it. I've talked about CPW and bringing CPW and starting up CPW. If you are interested in CPW, tomorrow is going to be your day. Tomorrow is going to be your day for CPW. We have
Butcher and I had a talk.
On that show. So far, we have matches that have not yet been announced. There are matches other than the tournaments, not yet announced, but those matches will be on the card.
A palatial villa, built on the backs of Fayum's farmers, no doubt.
Okay. So yeah, we have a bunch. Of matches, not yet announced. We also have tournaments. Four to be exact. 4 tournaments. One for the CPW World Championship. One for the CPW United States Championship. Another for the CPW Women's Intercontinental Championship. And another for the CPW Women's Championship. So yeah, there's a lot of all four of those tournaments are of tournaments of 8. So yeah, on this show, on this card, we have 4 tournaments of 8 competitors. If you are scoring at home, that is 4 tournaments that hold 16
Here's the Vlaka who's been messing with my business.
Males and 16 females,
We were
respectively,
just discussing you.
You've been
between
stealing
2
grain from
tournaments
Fayum, starving people for profit.
for both
You're
men
not
and
from
women.
Fayum, are you? Your speech reeks of the countryside.
That grain belongs
And that won't
on
be
Egyptian
all.
tables.
And more
You
matches
naive
will be to come.
backwater
So
Malakia. I take
I will
orders
not be
from
doing the
above.
all audio
If
setting
not me, someone else will do
tomorrow,
this. This is
but
business. People pay what
because
they owe,
heaven forbid
or
I do not
take
want to
it.
hear
It's not
Michael
personal.
Cole
I'll give
and
you a
Byron
choice
Saxon
now.
in my ear.
Leave me alone and live, or die
So
here.
Others thought the way that you do. Then they murdered
So yeah,
my
there you
son.
go.
Everything is personal. You filthy Nekatiadet! It ends here.
Guards, take care of this.
May the Hidden One greet you. The Lord of the Duat awaits.
Dang right. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing tomorrow. I hope if you are interested in seeing that or watching that, I hope you will be there to check it out. I think CPW is going to be amazing. I think the show is going to be cool. What was I going to build to? I think it was this. I think it was the extended combo. Yeah, it was the extended combo. That's what I was building to, is the extended combo and then the kill loot. Alright, so I have one more to get and then I can move on to that. Alright. So... that's the main quest. So yeah, there you go. That'll be tomorrow's thing. And like I said, tomorrow's special start time is 11:30 Central Time. I want to repeat that again for everyone to know. 11:30 Central Time. 11:30 Central Time is when CPW Nuclear Winter happens.
Greeks and Egyptians have lost harmony with each other. The gods are displeased because of it. I'm Nanefer, and I don't know if I'm Greek or Egyptian. I'm an orphan.
Lost harmony? What do you mean?
The Egyptian goddess Wajet is sending snakes into Greek quarters at night.
Please spit it out, dear.
Greeks have been killed. We are out of balance. See for yourself. Just north of the villa.
Okay. I will look into this case. That was harder than it should have been.
Tell me about it. He should have just spit it out.
Nick, what was that? The gods are rumbling. It came from just north of here. Must have something to do with this curse. What happened here? I should ask around. Ah, I can smell the burnt flesh. This jar does not belong here. I think there is movement inside. This man was pinned down and died in the blaze. The structure is badly damaged. I cannot go any further. The trail leads outwards. I should look around the courtyard. A snake! The jars have been used to transport them.
There we go.
Another foreigner cursed by Wadjet. That is 3 this week. Those useless Greeks had it coming, if you ask me. But what do I know? I am just the lowly Egyptian caretaker who cleans up after the naked Yadit.
Hey, be careful what you say. People have died. I need to look around.
What you need to look at is the color of your skin, son.
Harmony is what we need. Not more senseless judgment.
Look, some of us have built a shrine in a cave under
Bayek
what
has
is
a
left
point.
of the great temple. Why don't you come and honor Wadjet with us? Egyptians have to stick together.
Maybe I will, after I look around.
Μπορώ καλώς. Είναι αποφανή.
So yeah, there you go. That is going to be tomorrow's adventure. What I'm going to be doing Monday is trying to finish up the Nuka World DLC and finishing up the Tinkerer build for Fallout 4. I'll be doing that what day was it? Oh, Monday. I'll be doing that Monday.
These jars are the same as the ones I saw in the Greek area.
Yes, it is. At least you know, Bayek. So yeah, I'll be doing that Monday. And when I say try to finish up, I mean try to finish up. Because at this point it's almost a guarantee that I'm probably not gonna be able to finish up, but maybe I should actually aim instead of shooting randomly. Yeah, anyway, yeah, pretty much is what I'm gonna do, Monday, and hopefully on Monday, my voice holds up
They are
after
breeding the
Sunday.
snakes here. Gods, I hate snakes.
Thank you, Bayek, the Indiana Jones.
Snakes again! Why did it have to be snakes?
Jiminy Christmas, are you Bayek or Indiana Jones?
Elaborate shrine to the serpent goddess Wadjet.
So much good stuff. Okay.
By the sound of it, I'll not have to find the caretaker after all. He has already found me.
He cannot escape.
Caretaker! The snakes were yours.
You serve Greeks?
The
Come on then, you worthless Ionian slave. Do your master's bidding like a good Greek dog. I fight for Egypt. Who do you fight for?
I have to try to get behind him. Or just have enough stamina to do the tackle. There we go.
This is what Ptolemy has done to Egypt. A land out of balance, full of hatred and strife. At least I can rescue the hostage. He's being held by the caretaker's men at Panuki. The caretaker is using the goddess to kill Greeks. Why such hatred? I would be sad. It is just as Nanifer warned through his stutter. Egypt has lost harmony.
Yep,
More of
back.
the caretaker's handiwork. These unfortunate Greeks were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, Bike, sadly that is the case.
The caretaker's hideout must be up ahead.
Okay. Let's get this here. There it is. And like I said before, I apologize for my voice. My voice is shot right now. It's pretty much about to it's about to croak out on me. But I'm hoping it doesn't croak out on me that quickly.
The smell of rotting flesh. The body looks to be a Greek. It has been here a while. That explains the smell. It was struck down from behind.
What is going to happen to that stupid, stuttering Greek inside?
He's going to be sacrificed to Wadjet when the caretaker gets here.
Blood sacrifice? The priest stopped that years ago.
Our ancestors followed the true path before it was corrupted by false teaching. That's why Wadjet...
Mine! Shit! There! Climbing!
There we go.
Fresh fruit, grain, wine. These must be gifts from the caretaker to his men.
Or a very fancy feast for a successful sacrifice. Either or.
Die, you worm! What? I'll kill you!
There we go.
Another shrine to the snake goddess Wadjet. Can you stand?
Thank Serapis you're here. I don't think so. They beat me.
Be still. I will carry you out.
Alright.
Wind is picking up. Not good.
Definitely not good bike.
Can you walk?
Speak to him.
They beat me. They beat me because they thought I'm Greek.
Wait. What happened to your stutter?
I was scared when I first met you. It makes me stutter.
By the gods, is nothing true. Well, you are alive, Nanifer. Be thankful.
I'm alive, but Egypt is out of balance. You must know, Magi, the law is harmony between all peoples. May Serapis unite us all.
That is the end of the caretaker's cult. But Nanifer is right. Egypt is out of balance. And that is the order of ancients doing.
Yeah, that's right. What's this? Oh yeah, the bow of woodchuck. Pretty much the bow that became my go-to for a while. In my original playthrough. Off stream, of course. Hold on, while we're here in this position, let me test out something out. Hold on. Let me test something out. Oh, why can't I view this? Let's see. Yeah, it no longer displays it. Okay. Sorry everybody, I just wanted to kind of test that out. Alright. My voice is still good. Hopefully. I do apologize for not talking as much in this one so far, or not being as entertaining as normal. Holy frick. Oh frick.
Whoa.
No. I just want to see if I can actually beat him. You know, for what it's worth. Well, at least we know the answer to that question. Well, at least we know the answer to that question. That was a wholehearty no. That is a wholehearty no. We cannot defeat him. And that is level 30. What? It's either level 40 or 32. Let's go over and do the Rebel Alliance.
I should not be seen in this area.
Now, I will continue to apologize profusely for, stopping my stream Monday. But hopefully Monday, I will be able to stream longer. And if necessary, I will stream a whole 8 hours on Monday.
Whoa.
If my voice
woman
can...
is standing right on the edge of the cliff. I should check on her.
If my voice can hold up.
Whoa.
If my voice can hold up from Sunday, that is. If my voice can hold up from Sunday. I will most likely
Who are you?
do
an
do an 8-hour stream.
Stay back or I'll jump.
On Monday of Fallout 4 for everybody.
Me.
Easy.
To make it up for you.
It's a long way down, even for me.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. The Scorpion took my husband's life. There's nothing left for me now.
You could find the Scorpion that killed him and kill it.
Are you mocking me or trying to be cruel?
Hey, even bitter laughter is better than death. Hey, why don't you step away from the ledge, huh? We can talk.
I don't know what to say.
Tell me of your husband.
We used to come up here to watch the herons. 2 of them built a nest together in that tree. We watched them bring fish for their young. We dreamed of our own children.
And you are sad because you did not have any.
You're not very good at this, Medjay. You're not making me feel any better.
There is no way to make you feel better. There is only tomorrow. And then the next day. One moment at a time.
What you say is true. I just don't think I can face it.
I want to show you something. I will return soon. Hey, try not to jump. There were some herons nearby, down by that tree. I've got what I need. I should give the feather to the girl. This is for you.
A heron feather? Why?
See?
It is a C1 ritual.
That is why I kept the heron feathers.
Feathers mean a lot to us. Anubis will weigh all our hearts when we die against Ma'at's white feather. Yours, mine, our loved ones.
I know what you're doing. This feather is for my afterlife.
Your husband will meet you in the field of reeds when it is time. But it is not a place to rush to. He would want you to live now and be happy.
Yes, you're right. He would. I should thank you for this gift.
You can thank me by showing me the way down.
All right, Medjay, you win. This way. I'm sorry. I must seem childish to you.
Ah, believe me, no. I understand your grief.
That's why you knew what to say, isn't it? Did you lose someone too?
Many have lost loved ones to the Ptolemies.
Does it get better?
Well, honey, beforehand
It
you
gets
said
better.
he didn't know it.
But you will never be the same.
You said he wasn't good
Yes,
at this, but now you say he
I
is.
already know that.
What is your name?
I am Tua'a. I am not from here. I come from
Tua'a.
Crocodilopolis.
I am Bayek, from Siwa. What are you doing in Soknopaio Nessos?
You're from Siwa? I can tell. You're so nice. Your people are kind. I didn't want to waste my life sewing and weaving for my father. Then, I met my husband and we eloped. We didn't have much, but we were happy here.
You could return to your family. They will miss you. You could be happy again.
I can't go back to sewing carpets. Besides, my father will never look me in the face again.
Few fathers would turn away the child they thought they had lost.
Leopards! Bayek!
Stay back.
At least they're not over my level. Meet apparently Courage, the cowardly leopard.
Dua, Sobek! I thought we were dead.
Are you hurt?
No, but that was terrifying. Death isn't so desirable when you really see it. I guess I do want to live.
Now she wants to live. Hey, that is good. But we should move before hyenas come for the carcasses.
Could you take me to the docks?
You have decided where to go then?
I'll find that scorpion that killed my husband. No, I think I know what to do. I'll head south, maybe even back to Crocodilopolis. I've always wanted to work at the theater. This place has too many memories for me.
Do not forget your family. Your father will miss you, whatever you think.
Man, that leopard took way too long to kill. Thanks, horse. We appreciate it.
Here we are. Will you be okay?
Thank you, Bayek. I will keep this feather and weigh it against my heart. Go do your hero work.
Be safe, Tua'a.
Yeah, Harufa.
Now there's one thing I do want to bring up as we are bringing up things. There is a video I have saved up, a prelude before CPW Nuclear Winter, and that is the match to decide who is going to be in that one of those tournaments. I will post that up after this stream. That video. I'll be posting that video after the stream. I will put in the comments. I extremely apologize for the audio. I was still I'm still testing out the audio for this new microphone. You know, trying to figure out the right settings and the right tone and stuff. I will put that in the description. Even though a lot of people may not read the description or may say, "Oh, odds, it's fine." For me it's not. I always wanna do better. And really, a lot of times I end up beating myself up a lot more often than people think because of that. Because I'm just like, I could have done this better, I could have done this better, I could have done this better, I could have been better here, and stuff like that.
Get ready to move out. These vermin will be on the lookout. We have been successful in finding the king's enemy.
What in the world?
We go now. Can't wait to see the...
Release me! I'll wet my blade with their blood!
What made you decide today was cut the idiot's head off?
Slaughter every last one of these dogs!
Go on, take him out.
Oh,
Go on.
trouble! Alarm! Release me! I'll wet my blade with their blood!
Go.
Slaughter every last one of these dogs! Break me out, will you?
Here we go.
You are Bayekasiwa, aren't you? I've heard stories of the Medjay who crossed the desert. I am Theodorus, one of many who rebel against the Phylakitai.
Is that what landed you in this cage?
Yes, a failed attack. I am hunting Daratos, a ruthless general of Ptolemy, with a hatred for Egyptians. A killer of mothers, and fathers, and children. I won't rest until his body is food for the worms. Would you lend your sword?
Gladly. Your plight is true.
Good joy. We will regroup with my men in Bacchius. Come along.
How does a Greek find himself fighting an Egyptian cause?
Over this way.
Yes, I know.
My father was Egyptian. My mother, Greek. Long ago, a day came when I discharged every ounce of Greek blood for... body, and pledged to rid Egypt of men like Daratos. And we nearly did. We found his camp, but they had greater numbers. We were forced to disband. I was captured by a scouting convoy, and beaten into giving up our retreat point.
But you instead led them into a trap. Clever.
I knew my brothers would rescue me, but I did not know the Medjay from Siwa would be among them too. You are rather celebrated amongst my group. We spent years tracking Rujin, only to learn you made waste of him single-handedly.
Man, these are a lot of horses.
Get out of my way!
And a lot of men.
Oh. Yeah.
I will get briefed. You would not call us your ally, but our goals seem to be aligned from time to time, don't they?
Enjoy the afterlife. Easy shots, burning red!
Ow.
Nothing gets through.
Dang.
You are not incorrect.
Throwing their idiot lives away, taking close quarters.
We will take shelter here and wait for the right moment to strike. I will get briefed. Come along.
Got your back.
We must hurry.
Dogs. They've sent out scouting groups. Theodoros! Doratos has left the camp. He's gone.
Oh, great. Someone
Karatos
left the
is
camp.
gone. Neck. He continues to elude me.
What should we do?
Let's be smart. We have an opportunity to claim 2 victories with 1 swift strike. We need to wait for Doratos to return to camp. I've learned his personal scribe has stayed behind in Karanis. We'll be targeted if we so much as take a piece nearby. You are unknown to them. Bring the scribe to us. He'll tell us what we need to know.
How do I find him?
At night, he rests within the courtyard. During the day, you can find him working around the temple, or at the terrace overlooking the lake. He dresses elegantly, and due to our failed attack, now has guards in tow. He'll be hard to miss.
Okay. Interesting. Alrighty then. Let's get going. So this will probably be the second time I say it, but because I did say it in the video that I'll be posting up after this stream. How How's everybody's weekend? How did everybody's Thanksgiving go? Mine went great, but not as good as expected, or as I thought it was going to be. Because my uncle was going to come down, but he ended up not coming down because he got sick. So so that put a little bit of a damper on festivities, but it was good overall. Excuse me. I would have took my headphones off to do that, but I did not have time. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I gotta say, I am very, very happy that this week is over.
Must you follow me around everywhere?
Again, I don't know about anybody else, but I am very happy this week is over. Because this week was a very, very rough week. I'm not talking rough week, but you get what I mean. Just this really was just a week of, man, I just want this to, man, I really just hope that this week ends quickly. Type of a week, you know? Maybe it was my voice. Maybe it was my voice trying to get through the week. You know, with a less than stellar voice. But you know, with a less than stellar voice, but you know. Maybe that's it, or maybe just maybe I wanted to really get to this week in particular, this weekend in particular. You know, maybe I just wanted to get to this weekend, you know, quicker than it came. Which that's entirely possible. Because I really am excited for this week. Because to me, this week's gonna be really good. You know, this weekend. I'm really excited for this weekend. This weekend's gonna be really good. So many things to get rid of.
Done. Agreed. You thief.
Yeah, I'll get rid of the spear.
Done. Agreed. Παραέμφαδε. Done. You thief. Agreed. You thief. Done. You thief. Done. Άνθρωπε αγαθέ, άνθρωπε καλέ, ένθατε ώρα. Πάλι είναι μου της βασάνι. Εσούτε καλέω, εμού αφούγκρασε. My best price. Άνθρωπε αγαθέ, άνθρωπε καλέ, ένθατε ώρα.
If I do that, it'll be 18 up. I want to see how much I can do. First, I want to do this guaranteed. The shield can wait. Smoke and mirrors can wait. I could charge this up. I also could charge this up as well. Yeah, because whichever one I do, I have to do the axe. I'll do the axe first.
Εσούτε καλέω, εμού αφούγκρασε. Ουκ είδαν ουδέν. Αχ, μωρή. Άγκρι. Μην μη ακούες απάντησόν μη.
Εύρος τι πάση τούτη σε μένει. Αχ, Χριστόν εστίν ουδής. Σπίσιμος. Αχ.
I just want to get that done. I just wanted to get that done. Now this is actually better by 1. But if I want to, I can easily just go back to it. I can easily go back to my sword. You know, sword that I like so much. The golden wolf is going to stay with me forever. I'm never going to get rid of the golden wolf. I just love that sword so much. Sword looks so cool. See what this looks like. Looks pretty cool. Alright.
Hang on. Gosh, dog.
Smells nice.
With an instant charge.
Scribe himself. Drunk and dead to the world. It won't be long before he comes to. I need to bring him back to Theodorus.
If some of you are wondering why I have a bad voice, that is because of last weekend. That is because of last weekend. Last weekend was a special episode of The Blades Into the Files, and the Queens of Kansas City tournament, which, if you haven't checked the Queens of Kansas City tournament out, I recommend you check it out. A really good tournament. A lot of surprises in there. A lot of hilarious bugs that we find within W2K18. And with the laughter and everything else like that, I ended up losing my voice. Or ended up making my voice hoarse, as it were. You know, while doing that. While doing that tournament.
Well done. We will find out what he knows. In the meantime, we must prepare our attack. Some of our brothers are stationed just west of Soknopayu. Meet with them and wait for my arrival. We will put an end to that Nekotia debt.
Nice.
A scribe who knows his way around Karanis.
Deratos, where is he?
That name means nothing to me. Don't think us fools. Please, stop. Then talk. We'll break your fingers. No. Then your wrists. Don't.
Where is Deratos?
Talk!
Have that mission level 30. I do that.
I can't.
Whoa.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty much what. That is pretty much why I lost my voice, because of the laughs and the hilarity that ensued that weekend. And to be honest, I don't regret it one bit. I don't regret it a bit. I don't regret I don't regret losing my voice. I don't regret the laughs. I don't regret anything about that weekend. Losing my voice for the Queen's Kansas City tournament. Losing my voice for the Queens of Kansas City tournament, to me, was worth it. To me, it was worth it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, it was worth it. Well, he was technically not the one I wanted to hit, but...
I'll have your guts, Watson!
I'm not gonna ask questions.
Work with me. Wait a minute.
Stop him! Ox, what are you doing? Slow down, shoot! How will you get to the others?
Here we go. I'm actually gonna be very interested. I'm actually gonna be very interested playing this stream back to see how this audio setting went. I'll even be more interested to see how this audio setting went when my voice comes back. But since tomorrow's another wrestling stream, tomorrow's a wrestling stream, I highly doubt that my voice is going to come back anytime soon. I don't foresee it is the thing. I don't foresee it. Because of that, I don't foresee my voice coming back anytime soon. But as always, you never know. My voice could come back. It may not. It's really going to depend. It definitely is going to depend on whether or not I rest my voice or not. I was about to say, who the fuck saw me?
You fight like a Parthian foot-header.
Wait a minute, madman! What the hell?
Hey, got you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, wait!
Time is up.
Alright, this is becoming too cheap. Let me get off the horse. It's becoming way too cheap. There we go. Let's talk about something that's plain as, you know, just you know, while we're climbing here. Let me talk about something that's obviously plain as day. For those that have been watching my content for a while. The view numbers. You know, you can definitely see a discrepancy from a lot of my streams to now. You know, from back then. And you're probably wondering what happened. It's like, oh man, what happened? Well, here's what happened. I'm not going to pinpoint it as one specific source, but if I had to pinpoint it at all, if I really did, if someone asked me to pinpoint it on what's been happening, I would have to pinpoint it with a couple things. And a couple big key things. Some of them big, some of them not. First off, YouTube favors... What the heck? I'll deal with those later. YouTube focuses on the bigger names in a lot of cases. And that's not an excuse, and I'm not making excuses. I don't even know what I'd be making an excuse for. But YouTube favors the big, the bigger people on YouTube, especially when it comes to showcasing streams. Especially when it comes to showcasing streams, people like me that don't have a lot of sub counts, that don't have a lot of that don't have a grand amount of subs, are not going to be shown over some of the smaller guys, some of the bigger guys. And for someone like me that also doesn't get a lot of that doesn't get a lot of likes right away, I'm also going to not get a lot of sub counts that way. I'm not going to get a lot of people to my streams because YouTube's not going to showcase my streams. And YouTube's not going to showcase that I am streaming for the most part. And if they're going to, they're going to showcase me at the way bottom. At the way bottom of the totem pole. It's not that that's kind of commonplace. It's kind of a commonplace. It's not something that it's something that easily I think everyone knows at this point. I think it's very simple, and I think everyone kind of has already known that for a while now about YouTube. So now next I'll get kill loot, and then I'll probably get adrenaline, and then I'll probably build, and I'll probably finally do the warrior stuff, and then I probably won't do warrior right away, but I probably will now start building to this. After that, after I get adrenaline 2, I'll probably try to get it. I'll probably get elite ranger, and then probably bow fury, and probably chain assassination, and then I'll probably focus on the seer stuff afterwards, so I can kind of get all of them in one fell swoop. But anyway, I don't think that's a bold statement to make that YouTube favors the bigger streamers the bigger streamers or streamers that have more likes and more subscribers. I don't think that's that big of a statement. Okay, just wanted to check. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. Private conversation. So I turned my mic off. But my mic is back on, so... But anyway, back to what I was saying. It's kind of well known that it does kind of favor the big you have more of a chance. And what I mean by big, in some cases I'm talking about sub counts. In some cases I'm talking about sub counts. there are some cases where you're going to get a lot of people watching your stream even if you don't have a lot of sub counts. And that is based on one thing. And that is based on how many people are watching your stream. That's all it is. It is based on how many people are watching your stream. So if you're like me and you stream at a weird time,
Sir, how are you?
Need to find my brothers.
you know, and you stream at like a weird time,
Think of something special, imbecile.
That's all that. Can't do it alone.
you know, if you're like me and you stream at a weird time, or stream for a long amount of time, it adds up. Especially when no one shows up. The more people that show up in a fast amount of time, the more YouTube is going to high prioritize your stream. Same thing for PlayStation. PlayStation will do the same thing. Which is not a bad system. Sometimes it can be overly, sometimes it will have a lot of, sometimes a lot of the bigger namer YouTubes will have, their streams will be very successful, while others are not. And that's fine. But because YouTube does that, a lot of people have to work to find my content and work to find my streams. In some cases. Another reason is people are just busy. And that should be common knowledge. Everyone gets busy. Everyone's busy. It's the holiday season. Not everybody's going to be sitting down watching a 6-hour frickin' stream for the whole time. And that's just how it is. No one's going to be watching a 6-hour stream, for a long period of time. Especially during the day. Or even extremely late at night, in the means of people that are watching in European time. My overseas watchers. There are a lot of times you're not going to watch a 7-hour stream at like early in the morning or late at night. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And everyone has a busy schedule, so there you go. A lot of people have a busy schedule, and no one's gonna. And I'm not expecting everyone to sit down and watch my freaking streams. in other cases, it's the fact that sadly, it's the fact that for those that watch on the YouTube mobile app, unless you turn on your notifications, meaning legitimately turn on your notifications, you know, to have it that your phone goes off whenever someone's streaming or whatever. And even then, sometimes, you know, sometimes even then, you won't get properly notified when someone is streaming. Or you won't know. Or you won't know that this person is streaming. Because I've had a couple of people come to, message me on PlayStation and say, man, hey, why haven't you been streaming? And I'm like, and this has actually been recent. This has actually been recent. You know, someone messaged me and says, hey man, why haven't you been streaming? And I'm like, I have been streaming. I've been streaming for a couple weeks. I've been back to streaming a couple weeks now. You know, I've been back to my schedule for the most part for a couple weeks now. So you know, so there is some of that going on. You know, so there is some of that where YouTube is prioritizing your subscriptions. Or in some cases you're just being unsubscribed from channels. You know, and that's a fair assessment to say. I think that's a very fair assessment to say. I don't think anyone would have an issue with me saying that, because it's the truth. It's a very well-known thing. It's a very well-known thing for YouTube. YouTube has had this issue for a while now. And again, like I said, I think it's a very fair assessment to bring up. You know, it has been the case that some people have been unsubscribed from channels just randomly out of the blue for no reason. And it's not all YouTube's fault. I know a lot of people will say, F YouTube, it's YouTube's fault. I don't fully believe it's YouTube's fault. I believe it's their automator's fault. Whatever their automator is, you know, whatever their automator is that are trying to find these dead accounts, sometimes their automator will screw up and take out an active account instead of a dead one. And yeah, that sucks, but I'm sorry, it happens. You know, yes, it sucks, but it happens. It's something that's natural. It happens. Especially when you're dealing with YouTube. You know, especially when you're dealing with YouTube, it's something that is natural, and it's something that really we all should be used to by now. And since I am really not that big of a YouTuber, in the big priority sense, a lot of people that will get unsubbed from me, some of them will not even know that they're unsubbed from me. heck, it happens with big YouTubers all the time where people are like, you know, people are wondering, hey, why isn't this person streaming? And they go to check that person's channel in Pacific, you know, that Pacific person's channel, and they're unsubscribed for them for some reason.
Ancient writing from the Old Kingdom.
And the sad thing is, I heard about that YouTube F-up a long time ago. You know, by someone I used to watch. And then other people started to notice it as well. That's what YouTube was doing. That YouTube's automator, for whatever reason, was unsubscribing active people from from channels. Very, very active accounts. Very, very active accounts. Just unsubscribing them. So that's a part of it too. And another one is my audio issues. I have noticed it. My audio issues that I've had. I think that could be a part of it. Another thing that I think could be a part of it is could be just something simple. Some people are just not, some of my subscribers are just not interested in the game I'm playing. They're just not interested in seeing the games I'm playing right now, which is fine. Which is just fine. Or like I said before, they're just really busy and don't have time to watch streams. Which again, is okay. It's not that big of a deal. Another part of it, I think, is the fact that I took that long of a break. There we go. Oh, I want to see if I can get behind it. See what's blocking the path. I can't see what's blocking the path. I don't remember if I ever figured that one out. I don't remember. I don't remember if I ever figured that one out. I probably did, but I can't remember if I did or not. Yeah, I don't remember if I did or not. Nice. And also another reason I think it is just because of a lot of the times I skip streams, or I stop mid. I stop a stream mid. I stop a stream early or whatever. Or I just don't stream at all. Now I think a lot of that's going to change with the new status update thing that YouTube's testing out. I definitely want to try to test it out. I'm hoping to. I'm hoping to do that. And when I do, test it out, I think more people that have not been watching will say, "Oh man, he's been streaming," or get notified that I'm doing stuff or whatever. Or in other cases, it's just people that have fallen out of love with my content. They're not fans of me anymore. Which is fine. Which is just fine. I've fallen out of love with some streamers as well. Or content creators. It's fine. Perfectly okay. Or they don't have the time to watch the streams on the day they happen, and they go back and rewatch them. They go back and rewatch the stream. And that's fine too. And that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. I know I rambled a little bit on that.
Whoa.
Hold on, let me take a drink here. I know I rambled a little bit on that. You know, I know I rambled a little bit on that, but... And I'm sorry if I did. I'm sorry if I rambled on about that. But... I just know that line's gonna come up eventually. One thing about my channel that I think I effed up on, and I know there's many things on my channel that I think I effed up on. Playing Middle-earth Shadow of War was one of them. I don't regret playing it, but I do regret playing it on YouTube first, without playing it off stream myself first. I wish I would have done that. But one thing that I really did F up on, and I truly do feel that I have effed up on it, and I truly do feel that I effed up on it. I shouldn't have given a set time. That's the thing. I shouldn't have set an exact streaming time and an exact streaming schedule. I shouldn't have set an exact streaming time. I shouldn't have set an exact streaming schedule. Because I think that overall effed me over. And here's why I say that. When you set an exact time, and even for a week, you know, let's say for a week, let's say I'm not able to stream for a week, or in this case 2 weeks. And I've been streaming all of 2017, which I have. I've been streaming all of 2017. I've been streaming all of 2017. All throughout 2017, I've been streaming. You know, I've been streaming all of 2017, all of this year, and then you have those 2 weeks that you don't stream at all. That you've said you're not streaming, and then sometimes because whatever, you know, comes about in your life. You know, I'm not going to say anything, but, you know, the stuff that comes about in your life, They are like, okay, I don't have the passion to stream today, or I don't have this, that, and the other, or this, that, and the other. Here we go. Did you just say mellow yellow? In the mellow yellow.
Get back! Distract the enemy! I will push on! Distract the enemy! I will push on!
How many of these guys are there?
Death for you.
All right. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Because you set an exact time, like that, and because you're trying to get people to remember, get people to know and remember. In a lot of cases, hey, Odds is streaming at this time and at this day and at this moment, right there, right at this time on these days. So it becomes muscle memory for you that it's like, okay, do I want to watch an Odd stream? Do I want to watch somebody else's streams? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Do I want to do do I want to do my chores? Do I want to do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Just that as a streamer is what that as a streamer is one of our jobs, is to make you think, hey, what do I want to watch an Odd stream, or do I want to do something else? Remembering the fact that we want, as streamers, we want you to remember that this is the time that we're streaming. And that was the thing that I lived by, was that moniker. Was that moniker, was the set time, the set time, the set area, doing the streams a certain way, setting a time frame, etc., etc. What I did not realize, and what I did not, put into account, is life, or just, stuff that can get in the way of your stream, of my streams. So I really do think it was my schedule that out of anything, out of everything, I think it truly was my schedule that, you know, that effed me over in the end when it comes to this type of stuff, when it comes to streaming.
Theodorus's men.
Yes. And who are you? He is
When it comes to people watching my streams, because the more
I come on his behalf. He'll be joining us shortly with instructions.
because the more
the soldiers are reeling, but it won't be long before
I stopped, and the more I stop, and the more I do something else,
Theodoros,
the less and less people are gonna watch my streams.
Teratos will be back at the camp before sunrise. You're with me.
Because they don't know when I'm gonna be on.
What is your stake in this? This is more about him than it is about your war.
My father grew figs in the Fayum.
You get what I
The
mean?
best. Teratos taxed him. An Egyptian has no choice but to pay. One season, the harvest was so poor that my father struggled to give his cut. Teratos figured him for a cheat. He took a bite of fruit to prove his point. He got a mouthful of worms. His men laughed, but Teratos was furious. I watched as my father was hanged from his own tree and picked at by every animal in the region. Teratos embodies the unjust. He is why I am who I am. I need you, Bayek.
Trireme!
The gods have brought us together for this. Justice will be served today!
Hurrah!
For Egypt! For your father, Theodoros!
Teratos dies.
Stay! Leave no one alive! Clear the...
No one is left alive to make a sandwich or whatever.
Hold!
Must be careful now.
Ah, da day.
Not an Amazon girl!
Oh boy. Stop, drop, and roll.
Die, you Greek puppet!
Get out of there.
You're finished!
Gotcha.
Get him!
You remember now, huh? May the field of reeds elude you always.
Glory to Theodorus!
Stratos has fallen. Finally, my father's car is at peace. Let's move. We have a long trek ahead.
That's just, but anyway, that was just my opinion. I know it's a long, I know it was a long, drawn out opinion and a lot of rambling, but that's just my opinion. That was just, I just had to get that opinion out there because I know it would be brought up at some point. It's better to bring it up now and kind of get it out of the way and kind of rip the band-aid off, if you will, rather than let it stay there for a while and then have it get ripped off for you at a future select time. Now I will say this. I think I'm about to stop the stream right here. And end the stream early. Because my nephews are down right now. My nephews are down and I want to go see my nephews. First off, second off, second off, I want to possibly do some other things. Like, obviously upload that match. I want to upload that match. And I also want to go through my description and change my subscription, change my description for tomorrow, before tomorrow. And I will say this right now, I will say this early. Just so no one's blindsided. But yeah. I'm not going to be streaming as much. when CPW starts, when CPW starts, CPW is pretty much going to be my focus and my go-to. So pretty much I will put down, I'll pretty much put in the description that when I do stream, it will normally be, you know, I'll put the basics, you know, the basic time frame of when I would stream if I do stream on Saturdays and on Saturdays and Mondays. But if I don't, then the stream that you know is coming and you know will come is going to be on Sundays at 11:30 at around 11:30. You know that one for a fact. I want to make sure that everyone knows that one for a fact, because for CPW, I want to make it I want to do a lot of stuff for CPW, including but not limited to doing Share Factory oriented shows, doing edited shows, edited streams, edited shows. I want to do those, and I want to start doing those. So there you go. All right, everybody. This is a nice test. This was a nice test of the all audio feature. I hope to do more I hope that all audio will be my new platform, the new way I stream with my mic. I hope it will be the new audio setting for my mic, but we will see. We will see going forward. We will see. So with that being said, I'm Against All 20. Remember to keep a stamp pack handy, and as always, ad Victorium. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for CPW Nuclear Winter. See you then. Peace out. This stream is dead.